hello, and welcome to Missn Joy's Tarot. I'm Missn Joy, and this is Cosmic Chat. Tonight's topic is healing, all seven chakras. So, I've been lazy, and no, I haven't. I've been going through shit. There's a big difference. We're going through shit and lazy. So, we're gonna go as always, and I do that anyway. I grab my laptop and we get into the topic. I also want to get. There is on my go to the main page of the channel, and under videos there is a list of videos that are, let me look here so I can tell you exactly what it's named, that are directed or that I posted because I was going to do it as a video when I was doing pre-recorded videos. I was going to start a series of chakra healing videos, but I couldn't nail down a format that I particularly felt would serve a collective, because a chakra, first of all, this is a good way to get into it. A chakra reading is very personal. It's very geared toward like your personal needs. There are 7 chakras. Hold on. Give me a minute. Let me check into the chat. And I kind of do. I just went right into it, but I'm in the mood to jump right into it. So that's good. But let me check into the chat because everybody can catch the playback, and many people will catch the playback. Okay. All right. So even though nobody has spoken in the chat, I do have one person other than myself watching. Chakra, I guess I couldn't nail it down because there are 7 chakras, and what chakras may need work for each individual is a very interpersonal thing. It's a very individual thing. It's going to be different for each and every person out there. So I assume that's why I just really couldn't lock down a format or a way of doing it that I felt comfortable with. Even to read for each individual sign as a collective, to do a chakra reading, every Pisces is not going to have the same healing needs. Every Aquarius is not going to have the same healing needs. So a chakra journey and to get your chakras aligned is very different. We're born, when you pop out, when you're a widow person, when you pop out of your mom's, you are aligned. We're all born perfectly centered, perfectly secure, and perfectly aligned. Each and every one of us. So when you do your skin to skin, moms, you know what I'm talking about, mommies. And they put your precious little person, they've placed a perfect person in your hands. And to keep those chakras aligned and in alignment from day one is a very good practice. And it's what I'm going to be working on moving forward with my chunky monk, with my Aubrey. I want to get her centered now because she's starting to throw tantrums. And so and the reason that children throw tantrums at that age, she's just 1, is because they have a hard time mastering, learning, and coping with the new emotions that are, think about it. How hard is it for you as a grown-ass person to deal with your feelings and emotions sometimes? And so think about that massive task as a little person. The world around you is new. There's so much you don't understand. You're tiny. You rely on everyone else for what you need. Hey, Bella. And the world around you can be confusing because you don't understand. Why can't you have what you want all the time? And it takes a great parent to be able to not use anger, but to comfort that child in those moments. And that's one of the things that can help to keep your child in chakra alignment. So, for those of you who have small children, I highly recommend that you look into, and maybe that'll be the next thing that I do. That will be the next one that I do because chakras are so important. I think I will research. I have not really fully researched it. Like I said, I'm about to, because I'm about to really get into it with Aubrey. And so I will be researching, and that'll probably be a healing number 3 video on how to keep your child in alignment from day one. My grandmom and my auntie, my titi, did a pretty good job. Not even knowing, I don't think that's what they were doing. Because, yeah, we were metaphysical women and sisters in the family. Yes, growing up. Nanny was what you call a healer and root worker. But she didn't pay. I got hot tea tonight, y'all, so I'm not dealing with this throat thing. I hope it's not too hot. Perfect. So, but I didn't hear her speak a lot, or I didn't learn a lot about chakras until I got older. So I don't think it was necessarily her focus to make sure that my chakras were aligned so much as to make sure that the gifts that I was born with, I kept. I was very important in my family. I was prophesied. My planetary alignment, they were like, there'll be one of fire, there'll be one of air. And I haven't found, we know who the air is. We have the air. The air is my other granddaughter, Egypt. And I'm so concerned that she's not going to get the nurturing, the spiritual nurturing that she needs. And I really got to get back into keeping her with me a lot more. But, because she's already out of alignment. I could tell that from the last time that I kept her. She's air. So far we have fire and we have air, and we're all supposed to be in one lifetime. We're all within my family. We're supposed to be here. So I got to figure out who the water, because I have 3 grandchildren, and shame on me. I know I haven't even done their charts, 3 of them. So, and I need to reach out to my daughter-in-law about that. But I know it can't be one of them because she's an Aries like me. So we would I'd need to pin down who the earth and the water would be. So, and the water may actually be my son. I have to check. But for the most part, like I said, it's not necessarily that my chakras were nurtured from the time I was little, but those elements within that you need to remain stable and balanced within each chakra is something that my family still, my grandma, my auntie, still knew. Excuse me. That I had to have in my life. So I wasn't, for instance, the first 2 things, which is the sad thing, the first 2 things that parents usually close due to their behaviors and what they tell their children and how they raise their children. Hey, Magical Tarot. Hey, Chris. I'm feeling a little better, Chris. Not reading tonight, not doing a daily tonight is helping. But I will do questions after this. So I'm feeling a little better. I'll explain. Y'all probably know, but I'll explain later when we get in the open chat. I'll explain what the fuck is going on. Well, some of it. But like I was saying, one of the first 2 things, or the major things that parents usually do, or chakras that parents usually close on a child, are their 3rd eye and their crown chakras. When you shut down your child's imagination, When you tell them they're not seeing that, when you tell them that imaginary friend is not real, when you tell them that's not really happening, that their dreams aren't real, that it was just a nightmare, that when you tell them these things, when they tell you things and you tell them, oh, that can't be true. You know what I mean? When you tell them that's when you shut down your child's third eye and your crown chakra. Because with my child, none of them have ever had an imaginary friend. I had an imaginary friend, but she wasn't imaginary. Hey, Marie, she was a ghost. I lived in a colonial home on Long Island in New York, and there was a little white girl, about 7 years old, and she was a ghost. And so she was not an imaginary friend. She was my ghost friend, and we played. And they tried to convince me. I saw another entity one time, and they were trying to convince me that it was a shadow. And I was like, my uncle was doing the shadow puppets on the wall and thing. And like, see, there's nothing to be scared of. It's just a shadow. And I was like, y'all got me fucked up. I know what the fuck I see. So, and then when I talked to my grandmother about it, and we had an open conversation about it, and she was like, yes, baby, and you have gifts and this and that and the third, and we all are supposed to be able to see the things that you see. And she explained that we can't and why people can't. And she said, because most kids would just believe their uncle when they said that was a shadow, and that would close their mind off to it from that moment forward. She said, but you didn't. I was like, nah, because I ain't crazy. Well, average person would think I was crazy. A clinical psychologist would say I was crazy. They would say I'm schizophrenic. That's what they would say. So, I just knew that was not a shadow. I know my shadow. You know what I'm saying? When I see my shadow. And if there's no lights on in the room, why would I be seeing a shadow? Okay, the only light was the light that was peeking through my window, and that was not enough or positioned properly to cast a shadow where I saw what I saw. And and I wasn't crying. I talked to my grandmother, and she was like, it's okay, baby, but when you see the thing, she said, if it scares you, she was like, just try to stay calm. She was like, you tell it in the meanest, loudest voice that you can to go away. And then she told me that I could call on certain people to ask me to ask them to help it go away. And she told me what ancestors' names. She threw me a couple names to call to tell them to ask, help me to go ask it to go away, make it go away. And then she told me to stay calm and that I had control over everything that I see and hear, and that I could shut it off if I wanted to, and I could let it be if I wanted to, but not to tell anybody. They're just gonna think you're crazy, baby. So, as parents, as adults, we close our child's third eye and crown chakras. We do that. You do that. I didn't do that. I left mine wide open. I did not. I let them know that if they saw mommy sees this, mommy hears this. If you see things or hear things, then this is what it is. My middle son, he is the one that has seen and heard spirits. Because we talked about it. He's an atheist. And he was like, that doesn't mean I don't believe in the supernatural. He was like, I just don't believe in some ruler or God type deal. He was like, I fully believe in the supernatural. He said, Mom, remember I saw Chatara's mom? We had my first grandson's mother. Her mother had passed away, and she was in the hallway. She used to walk the hallway outside of her bedroom when she was in our house, and she was pregnant. And she was like, remember I saw Chatara's mom, and I've seen this one, and he was like in the house next door to the house they grew up in. He was like, I used to see our great grandma walking through the kitchen, and so I allowed them to know and allowed them to leave their crown chakras open. So as adults, we throw our children's chakra alignment off. But the basic things, the basic ones, should still remain open. The other one that I would say that, shoot, there's several. I would have to say that the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra are the ones that people will close, that people force closed on their children. Hey, K-Mom, because you tell your children, and rightfully so, sometimes you do have to tell them don't say that. You do, because kids will say, like the kids will say the darndest things. Oh, they'll say some shit. And sometimes you have to teach them when and what is appropriate to say at what time and when. But you shouldn't completely tell them. Everyone should be allowed to and feel comfortable with speaking their minds. Everyone should be allowed to express themselves so that they keep that throat chakra energy open. Everyone should be allowed to voice their opinion and make decisions. Everyone should be allowed to at least express their desires. Now, whether you can have that or not is a completely different thing, because I allowed my children to have an opinion. I allowed them to talk to me. I allowed them to ask me for the things that they might want, and then we discussed whether you could get it or not. And I would explain that I was awful. There are people that feel like they don't owe their children any explanations. I absolutely owe you an explanation. If I tell you that you cannot do something or you cannot have something, my daughter said that one day we were in the kitchen. She said, Mom, you always told that if we asked for something or wanted something and you had to say no, or you told us we couldn't do something, or you got on us about something, you always explained to us why. I was like, yes, because you're people. I was always into calling my children little people, or calling all children little people. When I started coaching cheerleading, a lot of the parents were like, why do you call them that? And I was like, because they are. They are no different than you. They're just small. They're entitled to opinions. They're entitled to their feelings. They're entitled to not have you invalidate their feelings. They're entitled to a choice. They're entitled to an explanation as to why you can't go there. Why you can't do that, why you can't have that right now. And sometimes it wasn't even an explanation that I wanted to have to give them. No, I'm sorry. I just can't afford to buy that for you right now because ... No, you can't go there because I don't know those people and I really don't feel like it's safe because these things could happen to you ... I don't want you walking up the side of the street. They put a store. We were on our home was on let me adjust my lighting, was on a very busy, super, super busy highway. And the speed limit right outside of our door, right at the end of our yard, was 55 miles an hour. And they put a Dollar General up the street, and it was within walking distance. And my daughter was like, Mommy, why can't I walk to it? And I was like, no, because someone could swerve, or something could happen, or there could be an accident that takes you out on the side of the road. And hold on, I will drive you. The speed limit out there is 55. I don't want you up, Mommy, but I don't care. I do not care. My oldest daughter, Kelsey, she was so shocked. She had turned 18. I'll never forget the shit. And she came, I had separated from her father. I'd moved out of the house and I was living, me and my masculine were living in our own place, not too far from where their house was, because I didn't want to go far from my babies, of course. And she came out to my house and she said, Mom, Daddy said I had to come ask you. And I'm like, you're 18. Come ask me what? And she was like, Mom, me and her friend Dominique, she was like, me, which is a boy, but they're band geek friends. She goes, Dominique, there's a paint party in Greenville. I was like, what the fuck is a paint party? She was like, well, you put on clothes you don't want, and you don't mind getting dirty. She was like, and they pass out, you pay to get in, and then they give you neon paints. And you sling and spread neon paint all over the place and all over each other. And there's black lighting. So it looks really cool because everybody's all painted the fuck up. And she's like, it's called a paint party. And I was like, how are you getting there? And she was like, well, he's going to drive. I was like, fine. And she just kept talking about mom and about mom, but mom. I was like, why are you still explaining? I said, yes. She was like, what? You what? I said, yes. She was like, why? I was like, because you're grown. You are 18. And if you feel I trusted you well, I raised you well enough for you to make your own decisions. And if you feel that that's something safe for you to do and you trust where you're going, she was like, well, it's a college party. It's near the campus. It's East Carolina University is in Greenville, North Carolina. So a lot of that goes on, and I'm aware of that. And she was like, so it's a college party, but some of our friends are going to be there. We were invited by some of the people that graduated last year, and da 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 da. And I was like, so there are going to be other people there that we know. A lot of the kids from their high school chose to go to that college because it's next door. And so I was like, that's fine. I know you're going to know people there, and that's fine. So if you feel it's safe for you to go, go. Quit bothering me. And she was like, but Ma, you would have never allowed what's got into you. And I was like, you're an adult now. My job was to get your ass to 18. Get out the nest. Fly, push, go. Now it's you. It's your job. I kept you alive. You made it. Now you may go. And so that was something that she wanted to do. The solar plexus chakra deals with our desires and our needs and our wants, what we want to do in our lives, our goals. We want to party, if we want to go to school, or we want to have money, or we want to be rich, or we just want to be free, or you know what I'm saying? That's what your solar plexus chakra deals with. So I would say those are the four chakras I feel like parenting shuts down or knocks out of whack a lot of times. Your solar plexus chakra, your throat chakra, and your crown chakra, and your third eye chakra. So children should be able to express themselves freely, tell their parents what they want, whether you can give it to them or not. And I do feel like they deserve an explanation when it comes to things. I didn't tell them just no, and I don't have to explain why, or no, because I said so. No, no, because I don't feel that that's safe. No, because we don't have the money for that right now. No, because I just don't have time right now. I'm busy. I got to do this. I got to do this. Da 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 da. No, because I don't have enough gas money to take you there right now. No, because you have band practice and I got to take these people to cheer and you can't. No, because you can't have your friends stay over because this night, because that's happening. No, you can't go there because I don't know them people. Can you have them call me? Can, you know what I mean? So, and I do feel like I treated them like small people. They were allowed to, there were choices. What do you guys want for dinner tonight? Um, and I also always had, that was another thing. Growing up, I had a cousin that whatever was cooked in her house, that's what the fuck you ate. You didn't get a choice, whether you liked it or not. If you didn't like it, your ass just starved. I wasn't like that. I had backup boxes of frozen hamburgers, frozen pizzas, pizza rolls, hot pockets. If you don't like what I'm cooking tonight, grab your ass a hot pocket, make yourself a burger, a sandwich, or something like that. You allow. Right, vibrant thing. Those parents that don't, that's the other thing. You said sacral chakra, that part too. Sex is not something to be ashamed of. Every damn thing, everybody gets horny. Everybody want to do it. I'm not going to say it's unrealistic of me to think you're not going to do it because the shit feels good. Come to me when you feel that you're ready so I can make sure that you have birth control. I cannot tell you, my mother was so pissed off with my oldest son when he got somebody pregnant because my mom said, I got tired of hearing your mama tell you all your life. I mean, from the time my boys were small, from the time you understood or I knew that you had an inkling what sex was. And my middle child, he listened. He has no babies. He is 25. He listened. And my mom said, I got tired of hearing your mama tell you, always use a condom and always take your own condom. Always put your own condom on. And always take your condom with you when you go. I mean, Younger than you would think a boy needs to hear it. My boys were hearing it. My oldest son just gave no fucks. I have 6 grandchildren. 5 of them are his. Just gave no fucks. Just fuck what I said. And that's what my mom said. My mom was like, boy, your mama drilled it into your head that you need to wear a condom. What the fuck happened? Free will is a thing. Free will is a thing. So, but I did my part. I did my part. We talked openly about sex. There were my first husband, I'll give him that. He wasn't a great husband, but when it came to those boys, they knew what I went to go talk to my oldest one about sex, and he was like, Daddy covered it. He was like, I even know about oral. Okay. And he talked to me. He was like, yeah, the boys know everything. They know they need to eat some pussy. They know it needs to be wet. They know it needs to be played with. They know a woman has other erogenous zones. He broke it down. He made sure the boys were well educated. I made sure the girls were well educated. From the time they started elementary school, they knew what a menstrual cycle was. And if you start your menstrual cycle while you're at school, what to do, how to handle it. Don't panic. This is what it is. This is what it feels like. This is what it looks like. You see mommy use this, that, and the third. So that's the other part. Sacral chakra is very important. It's nothing to be ashamed of because you get horny, you masturbate, all that. There's nothing to be ashamed of. That's what your sacral chakra deals with. Pleasure, erogenous pleasure. But hopefully, and that's another issue that people have in life, your base chakra, it deals with your root chakra, it deals with feeling stable. Emotionally stable, provided for stable, financially stable, roof over your head, clothes on your back stable. And some of us who have had lesser parents may struggle with that. If your parents struggled to provide or just didn't give a damn. Some struggled, some just didn't give a damn. Because even if you struggled, you did. Most moms make it happen. Sometimes you look back and don't know how the fuck you made it happen. But you make it happen. You do what you have to do. Now, you have parents that get careless. They have addictions and they have other issues. And they don't meet that basic root base chakra need. But most of us, at the very least, that chakra is kept in alignment. At the very least. Okay? And on the other hand, like it can be overact. Those chakras can be overactive as well. Even the base chakra. If you're not spending time with your child and just throwing money at them, they're going to be too materialistic. If you're not talking to your child and spending time with them, if you don't tell your child, watch your damn mouth, don't say that like that. Don't talk to people crazy. Don't hurt people's feelings. Think about what you say before you say it. Then the throat chakra can be overactive. If you don't talk to them about sex, if you don't talk to your little girls about keeping their legs closed and having self-respect and not allowing themselves to be run through, their sacral chakra can become overactive. They can be out there just hoeing. The boys and the girls, because like I said, I have 6 grandchildren, and 5 of them come from one child. So it can go both ways. You have to nurture them in a healthy way. So know that we're all born, like I said, when you get your little person, when they do skin to skin, when they lay your little person on you, you have a perfectly aligned little person. But so many of us fuck it up. Even in the world, even no matter how hard we try, because I tried. But the world can fuck it up. Social media makes that shit look cool. The little rappers with all the bitches hanging all over them and the money and the cars and shit. That makes it look fun. And it's not always fun. That life is not always fun. So, um, like I said, when you're handed to your parents, or when they handed you your child was perfectly aligned. You were perfectly aligned when you got here. Society and sometimes parenting can mess that all up for us. So what I'm going to do next, we're going to go through each individual chakra. I'm not even keyed up, y'all. And we're going to discuss what each chakra what physically and mentally is connected to each chakra. I'm going to tell you the common name, which we just commonly call that chakra, and I'm going to tell you the Sanskrit name as well. We're going to use the Chakra Insight Oracle book because it is a very good tool to help keep you aligned. And I'm also going to read the basic description of it from this book. So some of you may have heard a lot of what I'm going to read before when I was going through the dailies and taking the time to read most of this. It's a lot, so I didn't, but that's why I cut it back, because it's a lot. But we're going to go through that today. All right. So we're going to start at the bottom and we're going to work our way to the top, because that's how they're numbered. They're numbered 1 through 7 from your base chakra to your crown chakra. All right. And here we go. And I'm also going to, damn it. Hold on, let me pull up one other thing so I could be looking at that at the same time. Because I'm also going to, as I go through each chakra, we're going to talk about, I'm going to tell you yoga poses for each chakra. There's a video or videos. There is one video. Okay. Can you get big enough for me to see you? I need them. That's all in the Sanskrit name. Hold on. Okay. Can we get back to? Okay. Okay, good. Got one. All right. So, all right. Do I want to go for here or do I want to go there? That looks pretty good. And there's also like when you meditate and the vibration given from certain words, like om. There's also one of those that goes with each chakra. And that's here as well. So this is a good one. All right, so located at the base of our spine, the base chakra is our primal energy center. This chakra governs our basic survival needs, also known as the tribal chakra. It carries the qualities of our ancestors, culture, and our innate connection with the earth. It encourages us to build structure and foundation in our life to provide us with a sense of security, safety, and stability. All right? Within the realms of the first chakra, Mother Earth is our best teacher. It is time to step both feet into the soil of life and feel yourself rooted to earth like a tree. All right? Okay, now, it is located at the base of your spine. The element is earth, hence why it's referred to as dense and tasked with being the pillar upon which all of the other chakras rest. It centers around basic survival needs like food, shelter, and money. And it deals with emotions like belonging, feeling grounded, safe, and accepted. The related color is red. Picture a red glowing ball at the base of your spine. The Bija Mantra is Lam. That's the meditation mantra. So if you're going to meditate and you want to emit the proper vibration, hold on. Let me pull up because I want you to see the symbols as well. And you want to emit the perfect vibration. What you're going to say as you meditate is Lam, Lam, Lam. Okay? And so the root chakra symbol, and like I said, the color is red. Can we get bigger? No. I guess. Okay. All right. And it looks like this. Hey, Mama. Yes, look, wrapped up. Move the top too, and yours is wrapped up in the towel. I wanted it to stay safe. Okay, so now the like I said, and it's referred to as the root chakra or the base chakra, and it's the Manahata. Where are you? How was the work?
I was pretty sure. I worked at.
You went to the New Bern store? Okay, the Muladhara. Okay.
See, Yeah, I thought it would be someone I know, but it's a major I didn't know. And I can't fucking do my pants. And I'm just like, I could feel people staring.
Oh, God.
And it wasn't even important people. I didn't know anybody. Like, that's a good thing.
Okay. Well, you can't help that you're beautiful. Go on with your bad
This young girl walked like past me. I think it was yesterday. I don't know what I was doing, but I said something, but I was walking, and then I had stopped to grab something because I was packing also as well. And she was like, "You're really beautiful." I was like, "Thank you."
self.
She was like, "I just thought you needed to know that." I was like, "Thank you." I was like, "You are too." I was
Oh,
like, "Okay," like I just
that's
was,
beautiful.
yeah. And we just kept packing and working. And I was like,
Okay.
"Oh, so everybody there is so sweet."
Good. It's good to have a positive work environment.
Yeah,
It is.
it
All right.
really is. People be like smart to each other, but everybody be clapping back and be like, "Okay, let's get back to work."
Okay. All right.
Thank
Close
you
my
for
door. Love you.
love you too. Thank you for the pizza.
You're welcome, Mama. Okay. All right. So the Muladhara is the Sanskrit name of the base chakra or the root chakra or the Muladhara. All right. Okay. So if you're gonna do your yoga, the Balasana is the child's pose. So if you want to grab a pen or pencil, because I'm not going to go through and show you a picture of each one, but you can write them down and you can Google it. Or this is brettlarkin.com. Yeah, is this particular page, and it's a very good site. Brett Larkin with two T's, BRETT Larkin.com. All right. So the Balasana, which is the child's pose, the downward facing dog, and the Janu Sirashana. Sirshashana. Janu Sirshashana. Head to knee forward bend. Okay? I'm going to read through them one more time. And this video will be up so you can come back to it. The Balasana, the child's pose. Downward facing dog. Janu Sirshashana, which is the head to knee forward bend. It centralizes around fluidity, ease of movement, expression, creativity. Got a damn pop up. Hold on, y'all. Sexuality and intimacy. The chakra. Okay, that's number two. I'm sorry, one. That's number two. All right, so there you go. All right, so now moving on to wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. That's not all. I had, damn it. Okay. The physical aspects. The root chakra is associated with the adrenal glands, the colon, the kidneys, the skeleton, the bones, the muscles, and the arterial blood flow that flows through the left chamber of the heart, carrying oxygen and nutrients to the body tissue. Okay? Okay. Um, and like I was saying, there's a video on my community tab. On my video list. It is. I'll put the link in this video so y'all don't have to go look for it. playlist. It's under the playlist for chakra healing and information, and the list is the beginner. I mean, the video is, where is it? It's like at the bottom. It's Tori somebody. The beginner's guide to chakras. Everything you need to show to everything you need to know about chakras with Robin Krasny. So I will be putting that video in the link to this video in the comments to this video for those of you who want to know, and check it out. And she goes into what kind of foods you can eat that will help you nurture each and help keep each chakra aligned. Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to, before I move on to the sacral chakra, if you're going to do healing meditations, the frequency for that particular, for the root, no, hold on, I'm on the wrong one. $200, and let me write it down. For the, I'm going to put that in the comments as well. So the healing frequency, the megahertz frequency that you want to listen to for your root chakra is going to be 256 hertz. So that's what you're going to look for when you go to a meditation for a root chakra. If you're going to do a listen to frequency meditation, all right, that frequency would be 256. Okay. All right. So now on to your sacral chakra. The Vadasana is the Sanskrit name for the sacral chakra. It centralizes around fluidity, ease of movement, expression, creativity, sexuality, and intimacy. This chakra, Vadasana, holds a large part of who we are and how we interact with both ourselves and others, making it a challenging energy center to work on. The other video I'm going to drop in the comment section when I'm done with this video is going to be the avatar, which is how I basically, it's the base, it's the almost awesome, to me, it was the best common breakdown and explanation of what emotions and feelings were linked to each chakra. And it's from the cartoon, The Avatar. So that'll be in there too. So it's going to be the Avatar video and the beginning video. See vibrant thing? That's wrong. Fool with Christianity. No offense to anybody. Okay, all right. So, it says the Vadasana holds a large part of who we are and how we interact with both ourselves and others, making it a challenging energy center to work on. It is located in our womb area between the navel and the groin. The element is water, hence the nature of this energy center. It centers around our ability to welcome change, relate to others and our deepest desires, and practice both intimacy and sexuality. The related color is orange, and the Bija Mantra, which is the word or the frequency, the vibration that you want to meditate to, is VAM, 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 VAM. Okay? All right. 3 yoga poses to activate and balance the Sacral Chakra, and there are many of them. You can Google them, but the Balasana, the Yogi Squat, the Baddha Konasana, the Butterfly Pose, and the Yihita. Good God. Marva Konasana. I'm sorry, Parsva Konasana. Parsva Konasana. The Utiha, the Uhita, Utita, Parvaskonasana. The extended side angle side pose. I'm sorry, the extended side angle pose. The extended side angle pose. Okay? All right. All right. So, within the circle of the six lotus petals, I didn't read the base chakra that I showed. It has 4 lotus petals. And it doesn't have the color to it, but I'm going to show it. It's a little up in the corner. All right. Within the circle of 6 lotus petals is the rest of crescent moon. The moon faces upwards as a chalice, carrying with it the tidal waters of emotional balance, pleasure, and empathy. The Vadasana, the sacral chakra, are said to control our unconscious desires and emotions, which can easily be swept away in the pursuit of elusive pleasures, consuming most of our time and energy on a daily basis. When the chakra is in balance, the Vadasana offers gifts of conception, creativity, connection, and the energy of change and harmony. Okay? Like I said, it is the other website said it is located in the lower abdomen between the navel and the genitals. The energy center of our sacral chakra is connected to our sciatic nerve and often referred to as the seat of life. Our sacral chakra is our focal point of change, emotional connection, pleasure, and balance. Okay? The sacral chakra healing frequency is 432 hertz is what you want to be listening to for your sacral chakra meditations. 432 hertz. And the specific of course, this one's going to be difficult. And I had a chart that went directly on the wall. Clearly the womb. Okay, here we go. The sacral chakra is associated with the bladder, the kidneys, and the reproductive organs. So there you go. The bladder, the kidneys, and the reproductive organs. Makes all the sense in the world. Okay? All right, and of course, emotional intimacy and relationships, sex. Oh, wow, it said chronic lower back pain. That would be me. Could it be because I'm not getting it like a... Moving forward. Moving forward. Okay, so now, all right, next, the Manipura, the solar plexus chakra. Oh, don't go that far. The Manipura is a Sanskrit name. The common name, or we call it, is the solar plexus chakra. This is our space for transformation, willpower, purpose, digestion, and energy. It allows you to pursue your purpose, challenge your movements, and transform your experience. It is isolated in our navel center, specifically from the sternum to the navel. The element is fire, hence it being in our space of power and transformation. It centers on our ability to overcome inertia, to take the best step, and to recognize that we are the creators of our truth. The related color is yellow, and the Bija Mantra, which is the word you would use to create a vibration during meditation, is Ram, R-A-M, Ram. Okay? All right. Now, your solar plexus chakra from the belly of the sun, emblazed in golden light, emerges in Manipura, our solar plexus chakra. 10 yellow lotus 10 yellow lotus flowers petals form a circle within an inverted triangle, representing fire, the power of our inner fire igniting within us, courage, dynamism, willpower, and drive. The chakra houses the flames of our digestive fire burning away like a furnace as it converts our food and the sunshine into life force energy for the body. This chakra is a vortex of personal transformation. Awakening this internal fire, we can rekindle our connection with the deep spark of light within, our fundamental sense of self. All right? Okay. Um okay. the pancreas, the liver, the gallbladder, the spleen, and the digestive system. Okay? Of course, in your stomach. All right? The stomach chakra works in The stomach chakra works in digestion. Its element is fire, and as such, its energy is characterized by transmutation and heats the food during the process will regenerate the whole body. The digestive fire is a psychic transformation of essential energy, rebound to decreasing the energy of the two first chakras. All right. So yoga poses, the reverse plank, y'all don't even need to know that. The reverse plank. All right. And the bow pose and the crescent pose. The reverse plank. Okay. The bow pose and the crescent pose. Okay. All right. And your frequency for your solar plexus is going to be 400, and it's 432. Let me make sure. Wait a minute. It's still the same. Let me double check. Probably because they're still both core areas. Okay. Yeah, it's still 432. So it's the same for the solar plexus and the sacral chakras. Okay, so next we are on to, and hold on. And your sacral chakra symbols look like this. And your solar plexus symbols look like this. All right. Okay, so now on to your heart chakra, my favorite one. Our heart is the center, it is the space where we experience love, compassion, connection, and expansion and integration. It creates a bridge between the lower chakra centers, the physical fixed states, and the upper chakra centers, the spiritual and esoteric states. It is the emotional go between, connecting groundedness with intuition. So if your heart ain't in the right place, nothing is connecting. You're just gonna be at a total loss. Oh God. I feel so bad for my ex. Damn. That shit just clicked to me. So if your heart ain't in the right place, you are never gonna be right. It's basically what this is saying. Honey. Hey, Desiree. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Where's my heart chakra? All right. Bathed in a sky of pure air, and fluffy white clouds, emitting rays of positive energy. The Anahata, our heart chakra, my favorite one. Let me pull it up. The heart chakra, a circular flower with 12 green petals, evenly surrounds a yantra of two intersecting triangles, forming a six-pointed star called the Star of David within the Jewish tradition. The symbol surrounded by a circle represents the integrated union of souls and connection with the earth and the divine. It reminds us of the essence of oneness and the interconnection to all life. Our heart chakras beat in unison with the pulse of divinity. And your frequency is 420 something. I do this one regularly. Um is it still 432? Hold on. And make sure when you go to do your sleep meditations, make sure that it actually has the frequencies being emitted 639 for your heart chakras. All right, for your heart chakra. Because some of them will just be, this one is using 352. So there's several for the heart chakra. I've noticed that as well. And there's another one that's 4. So 352, 639. Because there are with your heart chakra, there are going to be levels to it. Um, there's one that's at 4 something too, 426, because it's the twin flame healing. Because some of them will just be music. And see, this one goes between 528 and 432. So for the heart chakra, that's one of the ones there's going to be levels. I believe when we get to the crown and the root chakra and the third eye chakra, there's levels to it as well. So what you're just going to want to do is make sure that there's some type of frequency playing, because some of them will just be music and you think it's a frequency, but they're just up there to get the views. I don't know what they get from that, but see, this one is 430. This one is all 30. And then you have some of the meditations now that do all 7 chakras, and the frequencies change throughout the 7 to 8 hour play of the meditation. I was getting, before I left Houston, because my work schedule was more solid, I was getting very good at sleeping almost the whole 7 hours to get that all the alignments in. So, but you got to be getting your night's sleep for that, or leave it where it left off, because you can do that and come back to it. And if you just, wherever you wake up, stop it and then start back from that point. Okay. So, what else did I not tell you? Okay, what is related to physically, which is really pretty much just going to be your heart. But the upward facing dog. Did I read this? Right. It's located at your heart center. The element is air, which represents freedom, openness, expansion, and freshness. The spacious lightness and simplicity. The related color is green, and the bija, which is a meditation mantra, is yam, YAM, yam. And the yoga poses are the upward facing dog, the fish pose, and the tree pose. Okay? All right. And all right. So it says, how do we know our heart chakra needs balancing? You may experience physical symptoms such as breathing issues, heart concerns, infections, and chronic fatigue, just to name a few. We may experience psychological symptoms such as being overly critical of yourself and others, isolation, and lacking of empathy. We may become overly demanding of others, feeling like a victim, and losing sense of personal boundaries. Okay. Hang on, let me check one more. All right. Circulation, high or low blood pressure, lung conditions, bronchitis, and circulatory problems. Okay. You know if your heart chakra needs work, which I need to tune up. I ain't gonna lie. You may tend to isolate yourself excessively. You hold grudges against people that you love. You frequently feel jealous. You're overly defensive. You have a fear of intimacy? No. You put yourself in the role of the rescuer or the victim. Yeah, I can't save everybody. And you find it difficult to trust others. Yeah. So I need to work on my excessive isolation and my difficulty trusting others. Okay? All right. Okay. And then it recommends to keep a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things a day that you feel you're grateful for. Mine's going to be the same every damn day. My soul family, my Aubrey, and my daughter. My soul family, my Aubrey, and my daughter. Okay, my gifts, and my sister, and my car. Grateful for my car. Love my car. Because I know it feels like I don't love it lately because I don't use it much. I don't be Okay. All right. So, moving forward. We're gonna move forward. All right. So the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. The Vishuddha. This is the space where we speak our highest truth. Practice vulnerability, express our needs and wants, and create conscious vibrations. Okay? It is located near your throat center. The element is space, hence the desire to create open channels of communication and authenticity. It deeply focuses on communication, drawing energy from self-expression, honesty, authenticity, and authenticity. Anything else related to your communicative actions, both verbal and nonverbal. Excuse me. The related color is blue, and the Bija mantra is HAM. Ham. No, kidding. Okay. Here are 3 yoga poses to activate and balance your throat chakra. The wheel pose, the shoulder stand, and the seated cat cow. The seated cat cow. Okay. All right. Okay, so the throat chakra. White rings. No, trying to multitask here. White rings of harmonic sound ripple through the etheric space of deep blue from the center of the Vishuddha, our throat chakra. 16 lotus petals, one for each of the 16 Sanskrit vowels, come together to house a white inverted triangle. Within it rests a perfect circle, full, clear, and luminously white. It's the full moon shining out through the night sky and beyond. Like the Vishuddha, it shines through the darkness, lighting the pathway of integrity. From the shadows, we emerge with clarity and the will to express our individuality. We hear the song of our Vishuddha echoing our inner truth. You know what? I really should have used the damn cards. All right. So, for your throat chakra, nobody's going to be nice and just tell me. No. Y'all make me click on it. Okay, let's do it. See? Okay, so this one has 528 and 432. For your megahertz on your throat chakra. And okay, the throat chakra is associated with the throat, but also the tongue, the lips, the cheeks, the jaw, the ears, and as well as the back and lower part of the neck, even the shoulders. Its area of influence is the space from the shoulder girdle to the neck and chin, along the cervical spine to the base of the skull. See, why couldn't it be that simple for the rest of them? And pop-ups? No. If your throat chakra is blocked and unbalanced, you may be fearful about speaking your personal truth. You may have a harder time expressing your thoughts, and you may feel anxious about speaking or communicating. I have none of these problems. Raspy throat, a chronic sore throat, mouth ulcers, gum disease, laryngitis, thyroid challenges, and temporal mandibular joint disorders. This is your TMJ, your temporal mandibular joint, the one your jaw hinge basically here. Um, Thyroid challenges. I do have thyroid challenges. I pretty much know that. Um, that's why my ass is so wide now. And I don't know why my raspy throat thing. I've been speaking my truth. I've been saying what I know. Certain areas I haven't, because there's certain people you just can't cuss out because it's pointless. I mean, what do you do when it's pointless? When the person that you want to cuss out, they're not gonna give a fuck. It's not gonna. It's not gonna help anything. Just a waste of breath. So might as well keep that. All right, moving on. The ajna. Oh wait, you're sorry, what did I say? The wheel pose, the shoulder stand, and the seated cat cow. Those are your yoga poses. Okay? All right. The ajna chakra, the third eye chakra. The sixth chakra is our space of intuition, and it's centered around our awareness, wisdom, and imagination. This is what everybody's always so focused on, but like the books, like it said, if your heart chakra isn't in alignment and your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and your solar plexus chakra are not right, there's no way that your third eye and your crown chakra are going to be opening and functioning properly. There's no way. And if your heart chakra, if you got a bad heart, if your heart is in a bad place, then you know damn well there's no way you're going to achieve the proper alignment. Okay? It's located between our eyebrows. Sometimes if you pay attention when I read, you can see I have an indentation that appears like in this area. You'll see me when it's open and you can tell that it's working and open. You'll see it. A lot of people have emailed me or inboxed me and told me they see it. And my ex has said that he sees it. He's seen it a lot. So, it's in between your eyebrows and it corresponds to the pineal gland, giving you a direct connection to consciousness. I will try to link, if you do not know, you haven't been listening to me, what your pineal gland is basically, I like to call it the seat of the soul. That's the best description or words that describe it that I've heard so far. I love that because they believe that is indeed where our soul resides, and our ability to use our third eye, to use our psychic and supernatural abilities, our gifts. That's where they come from. And the connection to God, source, spirit, universe as well. So, because in our brains, I'm going to try to find a video link for it. There are a few good ones. In our minds, in our brains, each sphere of our brain is a mirror to the other. Both sides have different functions and different areas have different functions. But basically, everything that's on the left side of the brain is repeated on the right side of the brain. Okay? Except for in the center, which is right back through there, where the pineal gland sits. Okay? All right. It corresponds to the pineal gland, giving you a direct connection to consciousness. The element is light. It revolves around the ability to see both inner and outer. And the Sanskrit term ajna translates to perceive and then to command. When broken down, this refers to how we digest images through perception, but also how these images are formed into our own reality and personal vision. The related color is indigo, and the Bija Mantra, your meditation vibration for this, is AUM. 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 Okay? All right, the 3 yoga poses are going to be the handstand. Ain't no way. The forward folds. Well, once upon a time, but not lately. The forward, what did I say? Where was I? The forward folds and the pigeon pose. Okay? All right. And here, from a spiraling center, I'm not sure what, I'll still pull it up or attempt to. From the spiraling center of white light and indigo rises the ajna, the symbol of our third eye. 2 white lotus petals represent the manifest and unmanifested minds. Like our 2 eyes and brain hemispheres, when used together, they become one, intensifying their power to form a laser-sharp instrument. The ajna, the one all-seeing eye, shines the way of non-duality through the single focus of this device. The balanced vision of our third eye provides a harmonious and holistic view of the world, integrating logic and imagination. It awakens our perception of that which shimmers beneath the superficial reality. Seen by our 2 physical eyes, the ajna grants access to the realms of the divine. Okay? All right. So, your third eye chakra meditation frequencies. $432. This one is instant third eye, or 10,000. I thought the most effective ones were going to be pretty high. So for the third eye, you got 10,000 megahertz, 10,000 hertz. Um, Let me find another one. And then they're pretty high. Like I said, the pineal gland activation frequency is 936. Let me mark that one. I'm going to try that one. $963. 10,000. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty high. And those don't seem to run. Some of the meditations you find will run for a few hours, or like 7 and 8 hours. These are only going to give you 2 hour, 1 hour, because you really want to 3 hours, because those are very strong. clearly. They're very, very strong. Okay. Come on, quit bothering me. Now let's see. They're mostly more than likely. So if your third eye chakra is out of whack, not in alignment, or not flowing freely, a variety of physiological, mental, and emotional and spiritual ailments can pop up. Tension in the brow area, headaches, eye strain, blurred vision, sinus issues, hearing problems, dizziness, cognitive indicators of unbalanced third eye chakra may include disassociation issues, concentrating, nightmares, sleep disturbances, mental fog, and confusion. All right. Emotional cues or self-doubt, worry, overthinking, closed-mindedness, feeling lost or relying on others for validation and permission. Lack of confidence in one's path. Lack of confidence in one's path or purpose, feeling the absence of intuition, being too rooted in the physical world, and it just says to seek higher guidance, or being too present in reality, or too present in your fantasies and daydreams. So that can go either direction. All right. Okay. And last but not least at all, and the hardest to say, I had to practice this one for a minute, but I finally got it. The Sahasrara. Yes. And that is your crown. Hold on. Die, little ant. Die. It's been raining, y'all. All right, let me give it enough space. Crown chakra. All right, crown chakra. From a sprawling center. Wait, no, wrong one. Hold on. Okay, and let me pull it up here. I can imagine this is probably going to be along the 10,000. Okay, so emerging from an endless cosmos of violet and white starlight, the Sahasrara, our crown chakra, beams with divinity. Turn the other way. Okay. Beams with divinity. Radiating a formless golden hue, its breath, I don't know. It's limited. I don't think that's the word it meant to say. Our 1,000 pure white lotus petals encircle a full moon core, drawing us into a centered state of pure consciousness. Known to many yogis of both past and present as the doorway to the infinite, the Sahasrara offers us the possibility of direct contact with the divine. Experiencing Sahasrara's expanse, we are reminded that we are lost my place, hold on. That we are one and connected with all of life, and we awaken an inner knowing and awareness of our own divinity. Okay? Okay, now, where are we? Oh, damn. Okay, here we go. The seventh chakra is our source of enlightenment, our spiritual connection to something greater, our relationships with our higher selves and consciousness. It is located at the crown of the head. The element is cosmic energy, thought, or space. It centralizes around integration, cosmic consciousness, enlightenment, and transcendence and spirituality. The color related to this chakra is violet. The mantra is OHM. Om. Om. So that is the symbol. If you've seen the symbol in the middle and wondered what that is, that's the Om symbol. Because a lot of people have that tattoo. A lot of people have that tattoo. And your hurts are going to be the same for your crown chakra and your third eye chakra. So it's still going to be either the 963 or the 10,000. Okay? All right, and like I said, you can also find meditations that will take you through all of this is the one. Yeah, you have some like this one that'll take you through all of the meditations, it'll change frequencies throughout it'll play like each one for an hour. And like I said, this one runs for 8 hours. And it'll run through each of it'll play the root chakra, and then the sacral chakra for 30 minutes, the solar plexus chakra for an hour, the heart chakra for an hour, 30 minutes, the throat chakra for 2 hours, the third eye chakra for 2 hours, 32 minutes, and the crown chakra for 3 hours. And it'll take you through each of the different frequency levels as it grows through it. Okay. Now, I'm expecting the physical links and effects to it to be very similar to I said, okay, well, stress, anxiety, emotional and upheaval, and emotional well-being. All right, so there you go. Stress, that's where your stress is. Low ability to function physically, overall poor coordination and imbalance. Confusion, a lack of connection to the world, hyper spirituality. That can be too much meditation, or religious practices or poor mental functioning. See, that's where being overly religious can come into play. It throws your crown chakra off because it cuts off your ability to think for self and connect to spirit on your own. If you pick up a Bible, I'm just saying, if you pick up a Bible every damn time you have a problem and you can't figure it out without, you know what I'm saying, then there's a problem. You're too reliant on that particular religion. If you got to, you see, you get me. I'm not going any deeper. For your 3 poses, you have saddle pose and the lotus. What is it? I need a common name. It says Savasana. I don't know what pose that is, but the saddle pose, Savasana, and the lotus. Okay? All right. I did that. I did the megahertz. I did that. That's it. So, anybody got any questions that nothing I read covered? Or any comments or any statements? I have got to flush my eye out because I don't know what is going on. Anybody? So I cleared this. Well, no comment there. So what I'm going to do is, I hope this was informative to everybody. I hope everybody got something from it. I hope it answered all of your questions. I'm jumping through some health hoops right now. My plan was, before my back said, bitch, fuck you. My plan was to do a yoga video or start yoga sessions. And Maria will tell you, her and her daughter were waiting forever. And then my back said to hell with you. And so now we're waiting on health care and all kinds of other crap to evolve in my life. And once, not if, but once I get it in order, because I will not suffer with this forever. This will not take me down permanently. I will not allow it. Then we will get back into that. Or I will get into that. And that's something that I'll start. I have been called to do meditations because when I am calmer, my voice is very calming. So that may be something that I sit and try to work on or get done. There's going to have to be visuals attached to it and things of that nature. So I'm not sure how to distribute it, whether I'm going to do it privately and y'all pay like maybe $5 or so for each video. I'm not sure. I know it won't be very high. And then it'll depend on how long I do it. Oh my God, my eye. So that's it. Like I said, I guess I hope I covered everything. I hope everybody fully understands. I hope everybody can identify from the things and the markers that were given to identify which chakras you all personally and individually need to try to focus on and work on. It's my tea, y'all. In order to remain healthy and balanced and stable. I've had a little heart chakra hit lately because I've been completely I used to be I was always isolated. But I think, honestly, I don't really think that has much to do with my heart chakra as much as it does to do with the fact that I'm used to it. Like I said, I was alone as a kid and had no choice. You went home, you locked yourself in, you didn't open the door. So I don't even like having a lot of people around. And then I did come out of that for a period of time in my life, because when you're raising 5 children, you're never alone. They're there, and I was that mom, so half the neighborhood was there. The little girls from across the street were over. Kids from next door was over. One of my sons always had girlfriends or somebody over. There were times, like I said, I prayed to be by myself. And so um I really don't think, I think it's more habit at this point to just be by myself and not want to go out there in the world and deal with people. My heart chakra has had hits because the betrayals in your life will do that to you, and the inability to trust. So that's really the area that I need to be focused on, really rebuilding my ability to trust others. So I guess I'll work on that a little bit. But other than that, thank you all. Thank you always for being here. I love you through me rubbing my eye through the whole damn video. I don't know what's going on. I appreciate you. Everybody, make sure you click like on the video. I will do questions. Give me just a little bit to go chat with my daughter for a few, because I haven't seen her much today. And I took Chunky Monkey to the doctor this morning and got her for her little checkup and her 18-month checkup. I think it was. And so, no, not yet. That was 15? 15, May. 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 15 months checkup. And so, and then go chat with her mom really quickly about that a little bit. And that's about it. So I'll be back to do questions. I'll be back on. It's 10:22. I'm gonna try to be back on. I promise by 11. I love you guys, and hopefully to see you in the next chat.